Hello, America, FBI and CIA agents, and fellow cult members. Welcome to Culture Club USA. I'm Debrava. In today's episode of Culture Clips, the Young Turks' Anna Kasparian cops a plea when pressed by Donald Trump loyalist Laura Loomer. Let's dive in.
I got to know Jeff before I knew what his politics were. Incredibly kind guy. He helps everyone in this building with anything they might need. And so that woke me up to, wait a minute, not all Trump supporters are like dangerous, evil individuals. And yes, it was stupid that I thought that to begin with. Like, I'm embarrassed admitting that, but it's just how I believed. So
Okay, so just to bring this back, just so you guys know, Anna Kasparian is talking about somebody that lives in her building, and she recently realized that he was a Trump supporter, and she thought he was an amazing, nice guy prior. So what she's saying is this, made her say, oh, I guess not all Trump supporters are insane lunatics. Get it? I digress.
Believed. So over the weekend, that brief clip from my appearance on the Modern Wisdom podcast started making its rounds on social media, even though my interview on that podcast was from literally weeks ago. And somehow it has upset some people, including, the fine people over there like Laura Loomer. So randomly out of nowhere, she attacked me over what I had to say, which I thought was fascinating. We're going to get to her comments in just a minute, but here is more context from what I was saying while on the Modern Wisdom podcast. Take a look. And so I'm like trying to get his bicycle up the stairs. And all of a sudden, this man stops me. His name's Jeff. And he's like, hey, let me help you out with that. And he starts helping me out. He stopped everything he was doing to help me out. And then Jeff and I became very close. One of my neighbors who I really like, he was my favorite person in the entire building. And years go by. One day we're in an HOA meeting, homeowners association, and one of the people living in the building said something about Trump that was negative. I don't remember what it is. And Jeff whispers in my ear, oh, she's going to start trashing Trump. I'm out of here. And it hit me that he's a Trump supporter. We had never talked about politics before. That woke me up to, wait a minute, not all Trump supporters are like dangerous, evil individuals. And yes, it was stupid that I thought that.
I mean, is she out of her mind? It took that incident for you to realize as a human being that not all Trump supporters are deranged individuals. Is she nuts? Is she nuts? This woman is mentally ill. You do realize that, right?
Yes, it was stupid that I thought that to begin with. Like a light bulb went off and something was telling me, you need to scratch beneath the surface a little more because you don't have a realistic view of what's going on here.
Now, I want you to think about this. This is very important. Out of all of the people that she's, interviewed and sat across from, at CPAC, all these things, right? You're telling me that this is the first time in her entire career that she has come across a Trump supporter that actually made her realize that they're not all insane, crazy lunatics? Do you understand how sick that statement is coming out of her mouth? Anna Kasparian is in politics. She is nothing but a propaganda pusher, and that statement right there proves it. I mean, that is absolutely mind-boggling. That is mind-boggling, okay? To even have a thought like that. Crazy.
Okay, so that clip offended Laura Loomer, who's a massive Trump supporter, as we all know, and so she takes to X and writes this lengthy post. I'll get into it. So she writes, Anna is a malicious and pathological liar who has spent years with her co-host Cenk Uygur lying about and trying to cancel every outspoken Trump supporter, myself included. She has spread delusional lies about Trump, but now in a low-cut top, you literally can't see what I'm wearing, but okay, low-cut top and a face full of makeup. She wants to tell some make-believe story about a guy named Jeff who all of a sudden made her realize that 80 million people are all unique individuals who have their own personalities and not all of them are Nazis. The point of what I was saying...
I gotta say, Laura Loomer, you know, I don't follow her Twitter or anything like that. I don't know much about her, but I'd say she's spot on right here. And the funny part is, yeah, the face full of makeup, that goes with her flip-flop, you know. She's got to look like a conservative, so now she's doing her hair, you know, Anna Kasparian, you know, she has to look more conservative as well. You know what I'm saying? Which means in her mind that she has to actually put effort into her presentation. That's what that means. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I am just so mortified at this woman, Anna, making a statement like that. Because basically what she's saying is anybody that agreed with Trump's politics or supported him or voted for him or that happens to just like Trump is an insane, dangerous lunatic. That's what she's saying. And it took one of her neighbors in an HOA meeting for her to realize that we're not all insane. Scary. This is somebody that's powerful in media. That's what's scary about it. This isn't some bedroom YouTuber with 35 followers, okay?
The point of what I was saying was I was wrong to lump in all Trump supporters as the same type of person. And I came to this realization, and I'm embarrassed by what I previously thought of Trump supporters as like some monolith. But okay, I think you missed the point. Okay. Then she writes, come on, nobody is buying this garbage. Anna is trying to remain...
You know what? Okay, first of all, monolith is her newfound word now. Every interview she's talking about. Here's the thing. Anna, you were an adult, okay? You were an adult. How is it that you're sitting here saying it was foolish for you to lump all Trump supporters into one category of delusional lunatics that were dangerous? I mean, really? You're an adult. You're not 12 years old, sweetheart. You have a responsibility as a political commentator, if you can even call yourself that.
Then she writes, come on, nobody is buying this garbage. Anna is trying to remain relevant in the changing media landscape after she has made serious cash bashing and defaming people like me who actually busted my ass to help Trump get elected. Okay, Laura.
Okay, yeah, sounds about right. I mean, I don't know what the beef is between Laura Loomer and Anna Kasparian. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, this is what Anna has done to lots of Trump supporters, okay? Lots of Trump supporters. And it's absolutely disgusting. I mean, the way they called, you know, she's called Trump Hitler. She's called Trump a Nazi, a dictator. He's going to start World War III. I mean, the world is coming to an end if he becomes president again. So yeah, you're delusional. It took your neighbor for you to realize that people are normal human beings as well that like Trump, okay? It's not just all deranged lunatics that they let out of the loony bin. I mean, really, it's disgusting.
Okay, Laura. There's more. Okay, she's a full-blown liar, and we need to reject people like this who spent years damaging our biggest fighters only to pretend like they don't think Trump is so bad after all. Anyone falling for this is stupid. You don't get to engage in cancel culture for 9 years, then get a free pass for being a raging lunatic. Okay,
yeah. Here's the thing. Don't forget this. Anna Kasparian came at Trump supporters. She came at Trump supporters. She came at them for January 6th. She came at them for a bunch of things, okay? So let's not forget who she was. This is the new reinvented, because the advertisers told her to change, Anna Kasparian. This is the new right-wing conservative, but who claims she's still a liberal, Anna Kasparian, okay? Let's not forget who she was, who she really is still, okay?
I want to focus on the third graphic here, right? Because she says that I'm trying to remain relevant in the changing media landscape after making serious cash bashing like Trump supporters like her. Okay. I never made serious cash. I work at the Young Turks, okay?
Sorry.
Number two, what?
First of all, you're a partner with Cenk Uygur. You don't work for Young Turks. You work for yourself. You own part of the company. Okay, so let's not sit here playing pauper. Okay.
What does she think is happening right now? Like, does she think that I'm trying to be accepted into the MAGA world and I'm trying to find a position or get named for a position in Trump's administration? I'm still, policy-wise, overwhelmingly left-wing. The only thing that's changed is that, well, first of all, we've always been critical of the Democratic Party. It's just that people are finally noticing that. But more importantly, yes, I changed my mind on like a handful of policies, including policies pertaining to crime, some extent on, immigration policy, a few things that I've talked open and honestly about on this show. But economically speaking, I'm very much left wing and have been critical of the Democratic Party for their economic policies being too pro-corporate. And who am I making money off of? I'm here at the Young Turks. I've been at the Young Turks for 18 years. And by the way, this is a comment not only to Laura Loomer, but also to the left who engage in the purity stuff and don't like the fact that in the 18 years I've been here, yeah, I've changed my mind on a few issues. And they also don't like this. Look, I see ordinary Americans as civilians, okay? I see them as people who have the right to practice, their own beliefs, to have their own opinions.
Well, I'll let her finish, but hold on here. No, you don't see ordinary Americans as anything you're about to describe, okay? You see Trump supporters as villains, as Nazis, at J6 insurrectioners, at they're going to start World War III. You see them as evil criminals who are delusional and deranged and not smart. These are some words that have come out of your mouth. Okay, you've called Trump Hitler, you've called him a dictator, and now that he won, you want to change your tune. And you are trying to stay relevant because there's nowhere else left to go. Okay, all of you pretty much are doing the same thing. This is why Morning Joe and Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarsborough begged Trump to kiss the ring at Mar-a-Lago. This is why Zuckerberg is over at Mar-a-Lago as well. And every other left-wing person, just like yourself, is acquiescing to the right now because you've made yourselves irrelevant. This girl is the biggest fraud on earth, okay? And Cenk, her partner in crime, who's sitting right next to her, also is. He was just on Piers Morgan recently screaming and arguing with one of his own, a woke liberal. Like every policy now has all of a sudden changed. But then she'll sit here and say, oh, I haven't really changed. A few policies. No. You're trying to become a Republican. Not in name, but in your actions and in your beliefs. You're pushing a narrative to try and get people like me to believe you. Well, I don't.
Have the right to practice, their own beliefs, to have their own opinions. And I am done with demonizing people based on how they vote.
Now, okay. Because by her saying that she's done demonizing people based on how they vote, what she's saying is that she was demonizing people based on how they vote. Let me be clear there. Don't forget that. Very important. She's admitting right here that she was absolutely demonizing people for how they vote. Okay?
With demonizing people based on how they vote. How they vote or the reasons why they vote the way they do is complicated. Right? So for me to demonize them and to be hateful and divisive toward them doesn't really make sense. I have changed the way that I talk about people, ordinary people, and the way that I approach ordinary people that I disagree with because I want to understand them. And I see them as my fellow Americans regardless of what their political ideology is. That's what has changed with me. I want to be clear about that. But more important...
No, what's clear here? What's clear is that she sees herself as an elite, okay? She sees the American people as little paupers, okay? That are buying her views right now, that are giving her sponsors satisfaction, okay, that are making her money so that she could buy that condo in the sky in Los Angeles or wherever she lives to be able to sit on that HOA meeting, okay? All right? I mean, stop, Anna. Stop trying to pretend because everybody sees through it.
But more importantly, Laura, I'm not coming for you, and I'm not coming for whatever position you have in the MAGA world. You're okay. You're going to be fine. No need to worry. I don't know why she randomly came after me today.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how narcissistic this girl is? She's sitting here telling Laura Loomer, no need to worry. You're okay. You're going to be fine. I'm not coming for your position. Because basically what she's saying is that if she was coming for some position or her spot or whatever, that Laura Loomer wouldn't have a chance. So basically, here you go, acting again like an elite. Okay? Like, don't worry, Laura. You have nothing to worry about because I'm not coming for your spot. I mean, have you ever seen her sitting on these panels debating? I saw her trying to debate Ann Coulter one time. It's a joke. It's a joke. All she does is repeat talking points. That's what Anna does. Repeats talking points. So clearly the talking points have changed for whatever reason, obviously financial reasons. And now she's talking a little differently. That's all you're saying.
Fine. No need to worry. I don't know why she randomly came after me today.
Yeah.
So I did respond to her, Cenk. Let me just read that real quick. There's no need to panic, Loomer. I'm not eyeing your role in the MAGA universe. No need to air out unhinged, paranoid thoughts because you and I are very different. Aside from moderating on a few policy issues, the fundamental difference between who I was in 2016 and who I am now is that I'm way more skeptical of narratives from mainstream news. More importantly, I approach ordinary people from varying perspectives from a place of compassion and open-mindedness. Because if I'm sowing anger and hatred, who the hell am I to point fingers at others for being toxic or divisive? In other words,
it was okay, though, for her to do that for the past 8 years, though. See, it's okay, but now that Trump's in, she's got to change, you see? You see what I'm saying? It's like, you can't let people get away with this. You know, I don't really even particularly like the fact that President Trump is now, like, sitting with Mika Brzezinski and especially people like Mark Zuckerberg. Like, you allow them into Mar-a-Lago. Like, something about that really bothers me, you know? Because it's like, how come the left gets to just do whatever they want, how they want it, when they want it, with no accountability? I'm just saying, like, is Mark Zuckerberg going to be accountable for silencing people like me? I'm just curious.
in other words, I'm trying to cultivate the opposite of what ideologues like Loomer poison this country with, but I will give her credit for the bold decision to go after my looks.
Damn, shots fired. Okay, so let me
go after her looks. Is this girl insane? This is the same girl, Anna Kasparian, that called Tim Pool ugly. And she's called people Hitler and Nazis. You called Tim Pool ugly, Anna. You're talking about Laura Loomer going after your looks? First of all, it's not that deep because there's nothing really, we're not really looking at anything much. So who gives a crap who's going after your looks? I mean, really? You have to be kidding me here.
Damn, shots fired.
Ooh, damn, shots fired. Give me a cheeseburger. I mean, here he is over here, like as if he didn't instigate this whole thing. I mean, for all, he's such a showman, which is why he's still in business, that for all we know, he could have hacked into Laura Loomer's X account and tweeted it out himself to start the war. I mean, you know how ridiculous this is? The two of them are just looking more and more ridiculous as time goes on. Seriously.
It's fired. Okay, so let me regulate on the things that that I know and care about. So first of all, this whole thing that everybody does, like, oh, you guys make so much cash. And
I wish.
And Young Turks, brothers and sisters, we ain't there, man. Okay, the digital media is super tough, and we don't have daddy warbucks like everybody on the right wing has. Right?
Notice how he said everyone on the right wing. See? Everyone on the right wing has daddy warbucks money, but we don't. I mean, here we go, grouping. They just got through saying that they're not doing this anymore, but look what they're doing. They're doing it already.
Where billionaires are dropping in money left and right. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe that we're going to be the #1 news network in the whole country, not just online, not just YouTube, but the entire country. And at that point, I hope that we'll make a lot of money. Then you can come for us on us being having a lot of cash and all that stuff. And I look forward to your hatred then, okay? But can you save it until we actually make some goddamn money? Okay. There's 75 people that work here, and we all care, and we're all trying to do the right thing, and nobody's getting...
75 people work there? Cenk, do you realize how stupid you are for saying that? If you're trying to play the pauper, you don't want to announce that you have a staff of 75. Okay, and by the way, my producers are pulling this up. Cenk Uygur's net worth, $10 million. I repeat, Cenk Uygur's net worth, $10 million. And that's his estimated net worth. It's probably more. And notice in this clip what he's doing. We don't. Yeah, because he and Anna are partners, okay? They're partners. She's not an employee. She's a partner.
Nobody's getting crazy rich. And so, look, anyways, that's the thing that both the right and the left hit us with no information at all. None. Zero. They just both make it up.
And it doesn't matter how many times I'm open and honest about why I changed my mind on a few issues or why I've matured when it comes to certain areas of politics. It doesn't...
I mean, why I've matured, why I've changed my mind, why my net worth is only $2 million and Cenk's is 10, okay? That's really what I want to discuss. Because by the way, before I let it get any further, Anna Kasparian's net worth is $2 million. These are two millionaires that you're looking at right now. Two millionaires sitting here acting like paupers. I'm not making all of this money. Okay, now, maybe you didn't invest your money well, Anna, but you're worth $2 million. Maybe if you were smarter, you could have been worth 10 or 12, but no. You're worth $2 million. You're a millionaire. How dare you sit here and say that you're not making any money? Ridiculous.
Politics. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People just want to sum it up as, oh, it's a grift. It's a lazy way of refusing to address the substance of what I'm saying, and it's pathetic. I can't stand it.
You should probably go...
Oh, no, we're addressing the substance of what you're saying. We're doing that really well. And Laura Loomer did that really well as well, okay? What we're saying is that you're a fraud. It's not even about grifting, okay? I hate that word because everybody's a grifter, okay? And just because you're in a space or out of a space or moving around or having an opinion grifting is pointless. We don't care. What it is that you're a fraud. See, there's a big difference between a grifter and a fraud. You, my dear, are a fraud. You're a total fraud. Just based off the fact that you had the audacity to sit here and tell your fans and your base and your followers that you're not making any money when your net worth is $2 million. You are insane. And Cenk had the audacity to sit there and do the same when his net worth is $10 million. So together, you're worth $12 million, okay? You're a liar and a fraud right off that, just based on that alone, okay?
On with Silly and Billy soon.
Who cares?
No, I know, but it'll be great because they're like, oh my God, you lie about her, we lie about her. Cool. All right. So, and then they'll become like right-wingers to spite you.
Maybe.
Probably.
I
But
wouldn't
anyways,
be surprised.
So look, back to the other things. What did she say? This make-believe guy, Jeff. Look, we're not like everyone else in media. We don't lie about everything. And I guess that's their assumption, that whenever they tell a story, they just made it up. Right? Like, but why do you need to make up a guy like Jeff? There's like a million guys like Jeff.
I didn't even expect this clip to blow up. And then Jeff saw it. And Jeff was like really touched by it because he didn't even know that I was having these internal thoughts.
Oh, is that what Jeff thought? Okay. So, and then Laura, don't get into the looks. What are you, nuts? Don't.
Whatever.
Okay.
I don't want to get
All
into
right.
it either.
Okay. So.
Is he crazy talking about don't get into looks? His own co-host is literally calling people ugly left and right, calling people Hitler. Seriously? They've made fun of Donald Trump more times than you can shake a stick at. He's nuts.
Anyways, and so, look, most importantly, so why am I against Laura Loomer? Because she's on the right, she's MAGA, she's Trump, etc. No, Laura, look, I come from a Muslim background. You call yourself a proud Islamophobe. Okay, you say that no Muslim should be able to hold political office. I ran for political office. You say that you wouldn't use a Muslim business like an Uber driver or a Lyft driver if there's a Muslim immigrant driving. I'm a Muslim immigrant. So what do you want me to say, Laura? Oh, Laura's so lovely. She liked to ban people like me, and she hates people like me. Am I supposed to be open and warm and loving to you? No. I need you to go and F off, and super hard.
Think about what he's done with Trump supporters. Is he nuts? They're insane. They're, lunatics. They shouldn't be allowed to vote. I mean, all these things that he said. Oh, but she can't say what she feels? Is this a free country, Cenk, or not? Do we have free speech or do we not? I'm just curious.
Super hard, okay? So if you say, oh, no, I should get to punch you in the face politically and rhetorically, but you should kiss my ass. My answer to that is hell no. Hell no, okay? So if you don't like me, good. I don't give a damn. And I'm not here for friends. I'm not here for positions or status. I'm not here to be, oh my God, Donald, go along with me. Oh, can I come on your trips? I don't give a damn about Donald Trump or Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. I'm here for policy, bitch, okay? And policy means fighting for the average American, for the higher wages, for their health care, for paid family leave, anti-war, money out of politics.
Yes.
And I don't get into the drama of who looks better and who doesn't, who's going to kiss up to Donald Trump more and who's going to kiss up less, and who's getting the cash? Who's getting the cash?
Well, we know you got it. You're 10 million in net.
Go chase after whatever the hell you want. But we're in the policy business here.
Yes.
And until you get your head out of your ass, I don't give a damn what you think.
Oh my gosh, my gosh. Well, there you have it. Frauds, Cenk and Anna back at it again. And it's just going to get more and more interesting from here on out, isn't it? Because that's what happens when you have a bunch of actors in politics. All right, I'm Dubrava. I hope you enjoyed this culture clip. See you on the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Thanks. Talk to you soon.